They say the future of warfare is silent, focused beams and instant effects. And in 2026 a lot of online chatter says Kenya may be stepping into that future. Today we'll walk through what's being reported, what's confirmed, and what's still speculation about a supposed new Kenyan laser weapon system, other capabilities being talked about, how such systems fit into modern air defense, and what this could mean for the region. First, what's actually on the record. Over the last few years Kenya has been steadily modernizing its air defense and training toolset. Publicly available sources show Kenya has invested in missile air defense platforms and in laser-based tactical training systems used for force-on-force and simulated engagements. These purchases and programs demonstrate a clear intent to improve targeting, training and layered air defense capabilities rather than to field clandestine exotic weapons overnight. So where does the laser weapon talk come from? Across 2024-2026 the defense world has focused heavily on directed energy weapons, especially counter-drone lasers, and several major militaries have pushed vehicle-mounted high-energy laser prototypes into trials. That broader momentum makes it unsurprising that online analysts and regional commentators started speculating Kenya could pursue or host similar systems, whether acquired, co-developed, or trialed in partnership. But speculation isn't confirmation. Public, reliable documentation of Kenya unveiling a combat high-energy laser system remains limited. If Kenya were to field a laser counter-drone or short-range air defense laser, what would that look like in practical terms? Most current deployed systems focus on precisely aimed beams to damage or disable small unmanned aerial systems, UAS, or to disable optical sensors. They typically sit on hardened vehicle platforms, require significant power and cooling, and are integrated with radar and electro-optical trackers for target acquisition. The key advantages are low per-shot cost and near-instant engagement times, while the limits are weather sensitivity, sustained powered mounts, and range constraints compared with kinetic interceptors. These trade-offs are why many nations are adding lasers to a mixed portfolio rather than replacing missiles wholesale. What do the credible milestones around the world tell us about Kenya's possible path? In 2024-2025 several established defense manufacturers and armed forces publicly tested or planned competitions for vehicle-mounted and fixed-site high-energy lasers as counter-UAS and short-range air defense solutions. Those programs moved into production decisions and trials in 2025-2026, meaning technology is maturing and becoming exportable in various forms, particularly for nations that already invest in integrated air defense networks and training. For Kenya, which has shown interest in bolstering its air defense layer and modernizing training, the technology's timeline fits the pattern of gradual acquisition rather than sudden indigenous breakthroughs. Let's be concrete about what's confirmed for Kenya. Reporting and open sources document acquisitions and loans for missile-based air defense platforms and the presence of laser-based tactical training systems used for simulated combat. These are verifiable steps that strengthen command and control, training realism, and counter-air capabilities. Where we cross into rumor is the leap from training and missile buys to an operational, high-energy combat laser being publicly fielded in 2026. Say that leap is not firmly documented in primary, authoritative defense releases at this time. Why does this matter for the region? If Kenya were to procure working directed energy counter-drone systems or integrate lasers into a layered defense, the immediate effect would be improved protection of high-value sites, ports and key infrastructure against increasingly cheaper drone threats. On a strategic level, it would signal a shift. East African militaries adopting next-generation defensive tech could spur regional neighbors to accelerate their own modernization, and would make multinational exercises and interoperability more important. The capex and logistics power generation, maintenance and tactics would also become a visible new line item in defense planning. What should viewers watch for if they want to separate fact from hype? Look for official statements from the Kenyan Ministry of Defense, validated procurement notices, or credible defense press reporting on deliveries or trials. Social media clips and enthusiast videos can be useful early leads, but they often lack context. For example, showing a vehicle with optical gear doesn't prove a high-energy laser is present. Verified photos, export licenses, or manufacturer press releases are the stronger signals that a country has acquired operational capability. Finally, a quick reality check. Lasers are a powerful tool, but they don't overturn all the rules of military balance overnight. Weather, power, integration and cost keep lasers complementary to kinetic systems today. If Kenya does move further down this path, expect careful procurement, focus on counter-drone roles first, and an emphasis on combining sensors, missiles and lasers into a single defensive architecture rather than a radical, standalone weaponization. That's the situation in a nutshell. Lots of interest, clear regional modernization, some confirmed purchases around training and missile systems, and growing global momentum for lasers, but not yet a public, verifiable announcement that Kenya has fielded an independent high-energy combat laser in 2026. Watch the official channels, defense press and manufacturer releases for the next credible signals.